Morning. Welcome to our Tuesday morning beginner workout. Today we're going to be doing upper lower core. I have a friend joining me, but we're going to start with some arm swings. So I go palm up and then I turn my palm down as I cross my body, and I'm going to alternate just to get some movement flowing. I always find this is just the easiest thing to start with in the morning. Not too complicated, but still gets the body moving. So we have three groups, three exercises in each. One's an upper move, one's a lower, one's a core. We're just going to do 10 reps of each move and rest when you need to. You can always jump in whenever you'd like. Pause the video whenever you'd like. And we're going to go in just side lunges. So we're going to take not side lunges, more side lean, take an exaggerated step, push my hip out to that same side. So you will need a resistance band today or some weights. It could be canned goods, could be water bottles, could be dumbbells. Resistance band would be easiest for today, and they're a great exercise tool because you can store them virtually anywhere. They're inexpensive, and logarithmic resistance means you can make things as difficult as you want. We're going to push our hips back. Draw our hands in front of our body. Stand up. Pull the arms overhead. Push hips to the left, lean to the right. Push hips to the right, lean to the left. And I'm just pulling back on my left fingers as I do that. We're going to go here again. And pulling back on those right fingers. Arms overhead. Hips to the left, lean to the right. Hips to the right. Lean to the left. We'll go into some alternating half lunge and twist. I'm going to take a step forward, twist to that same side, and then alternate. Not going into a full lunge, just enough to sort of warm yourself up. And we'll just hinge at the hips. Swim forward. And backwards. Okay, so without further ado, we'll get started with group one. This band here. So we have our band. I'm just going to step on the inside for the bent over row. What we want to do is we want to push our hips back, similar to what we just did with our swimmers. Grab as low on the band as you'd like to find the resistance that you need. And we're going to row. So I pull my elbows past my body. There's one. Stay slow and controlled. I won't say slow and controlled. I'll just say controlled. Just trying to maintain that nice straight back. And there's 10. For our monster walk, what we're going to do, we're going to step inside our band again. Let's see here. I grab the left side, or the right side with my left hand, and vice versa. We're just going to hinge at the hips a little bit. Then we're going to take an exaggerated step to the right, exaggerated step to the left. That's 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to turn. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Those are going to be a little bit difficult on round 3, and that's okay. Our plank shoulder tap, I'll show you easiest to hardest on these as we go through. So you can, of course, go from your full feet. You could go from an incline. I'm just going to go from the knees here. I'm just alternating with shoulder. I'm touching. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Big thing is we don't want to wobble there, okay? So that's group 1, round 1. We're about 11% done the workout for those keeping track of percentage of workout done. Go back into our bent over row. So if you want to make this a little bit more challenging, what you could do is you could double up your band and step on it, hinge at the hips, elbows past the body. And that just gives me a little bit more resistance. As you can see, this resistance band isn't too thick. But now I've provided a more appropriate level of resistance for myself. And all I did here is double up the band. And we'll go 10 there. Okay. Monster walks next. So if you don't have a resistance band, you'll more than likely just be doing a squat and shuffle. Yeah, just hinge at the hips, chest stays lifted. If you want to make it easier, just stand up a little bit higher. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those are challenging. Okay, so the next hardest on the shoulder tap is, that I'll show you, is we'll just go from the incline position. So normally I will tell people to be stacked, you know, wrist, elbow, shoulders. So you want to make it a little difficult on yourself when you go on the incline. You can get your arms out a little bit further. And this is going to cause your core to have to work a little bit harder. But same principle still applies. I'm not rocking from side to side as I touch my shoulder. I'm just allowing my core to stabilize me into doing all of the work. Good. Round 2 done. We'll just go once more here. So if you wanted to, maybe you find the bent over row extremely difficult, you could go and do like a single arm row where you're almost like drawing a bow. That's a possibility. You could do it from a hinge position. This side so you can actually see it, a hinge position where you're just doing, you're supporting yourself with one arm and going one at a time. Those are all ways that you can make that a little bit easier. I'm going to go back to the double up band, stepping inside that. Chest is lifted, elbows past the body. And yeah, we go into our monster walk. Hinge at the hip, I'll show you this up here again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And of course, you could be doing the full plank shoulder tap. Feet as wide as they need to be so that your shoulders don't wobble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, low, 6, 7, 8. This is extra challenge. 9 and 10. Okay. All right, so we're going on to group 2 here. This might be a little difficult for me because it's all on the ground. We have our chest press, glute bridge, and reverse crunch. So, sure, a lot of people know what this is like, exercising with a dog in the house. I just have him for one more day, just dog sitting. So with our chest press, I'm gonna have to set him outside the room. Come on. Alrighty, I apologize for that. So with the chest press, we're just gonna set this behind your back. I just have these looped in my thumbs. I find that's always just the easiest way to make sure things don't slip. And then we're just going to press up, and then elbow back down. And then if you need some more resistance, you just grab a little bit lower, and then you won't be able to loop your thumbs, but it'll be more appropriate for you. And I'm just pressing so my wrists, elbows, and shoulders are all stacked. More, and 10. Excellent. Glute bridge, hands are just at our sides, feet close to our bum. We're going to push our hips up. There's one. This group will be very fast. That's okay. The nice thing is you don't need to change position for it at all. I know there's 10 there. I know some beginners always say, they don't like getting up and down off the ground a bunch. So putting the other sets like this, where we're working our upper, lower, and core all from this position is pretty great. So our reverse crunch, I just have a slight bend in my knees. If I wanted to make it easier, I'd make that smaller. If I wanted to make it harder, I'd make it larger. Slight angle in the knees. We're just going to drive the knees towards the chest and the heels to the ground. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. We can grab a drink if you'd like. Hang out here for a few seconds. I still have that band where I wanted it to be. And we're going to press. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to go to our glute bridges. 1. Don't forget to breathe. Halfway there. Pushing those hips to the sky and just touching down to the ground. And into our reverse crunch. Again, important to breathe on this one too. So I breathe out, and then I breathe in. Wait. Two more. Awesome. So we just have one more time through that group. If you didn't have a band or weights, I would just suggest doing modified push-ups instead of the chest press on this. So obviously, it's pretty easy to see how you would do this with dumbbells or water bottles or whatever you had instead of a resistance band if you were going that route. And something I wanted to show you for round 3, group 2, is we're actually going to combine exercise 1 and 2 into one exercise. So what we're going to do, we're going to glute bridge up, chest press, and then down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So just to show you how you can be a little bit more efficient when you're exercising by combining two moves together, but I wanted to make sure that you're comfortable with doing both there. And then we just have our reverse crunches. So knee to chest, heel to the ground, that's 1. If you ever need to make these easier, then just go marching one at a time. Okay? There's 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. All right, so we'll go to round 3 here. We have our shoulder press, a lunge and curl, just to show you another combo move there. And our dead bug. So we will be getting up and down off the ground for exercise 3. But for a shoulder press, we're just going to stand in. You're going to want to take a relatively narrow approach with your shoulder press. And if you find you're leaning back, you can go a little bit staggered. But all we're going to do is, my elbows are at my sides, I'm going to press up, that's 1. 2, again, I have that looped in my thumb again, just so it doesn't slip. And there's 10. So our lunge and curl, we're going to be doing 5 per side. What we're going to do is I have this looped in my left foot, and I have it grasped in my left hand. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that exaggerated step forward, lunge down, curl up, all right, and then back. So I'm going to grab a little bit shorter on my band just so that I can get a little bit more resistance in my curl. So that's 1, forward, curl, 2. This is definitely the hardest move. 3, 4, and just notice how that back knee never touches the ground, it just sort of hovers. The front leg's doing all the work on this one. The back leg is just a kickstand. Okay. So I have it looped with my right foot and my right hand. Take that exaggerated step forward and up. Oh. 2. Chest stays lifted. 3, 4. Good. Should have kicked back a little more appropriately on that one. Now we're doing on time. Perfect. We're doing great. Just right on time. Okay, take a breather. Two more sets to go. That means we're 77% done the workout. Going to our shoulder press. Breathing out and in. And one more. Good. And go to our lunge and curl. Step forward, lower down, curl. It's more of a hammer curl than anything. You could go palm up and just curl that way. I always find that regular curl, single side of the resistance band, just feels a little awkward. And full disclosure, that's fine there. Full disclosure, this is more meant for the legs than the arms. Just by holding you in that position just a little bit longer, we're building up some more isometric strength. Switching sides. dead bugs. Oh man, how did I miss that? That's why we're doing so good on time. Okay, so what we're gonna do, so you're gonna do our dead bugs. Opposite arm, opposite leg out. 1, 2. To make these easier, just shorten it up, right? So instead of doing that, I could just be going here, right? There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so now for this last group, what we're going to do is we're going to start with dead bugs and end with dead bugs just to make sure we get all our dead bugs in, we get a full workout in. I'll let you take a little bit of a break, a little bit of a breather, get some water, and we'll get going in another 10 here. Okay, so I'm going to let dead bug opposite arm, opposite leg. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, halfway. Again, I'm just hovering above the ground. I'm not touching it. And that keeps my core engaged the whole time. One more each side. That's a lot of dead bugs in one group. I'll just make sure we're getting up slowly here. Grab your band. Going into our shoulder press. 4. This 10 will switch side, or we'll switch exercises to our lunge and curl, grabbing an appropriate spot for us. Forward, curl, more, sides, almost done. Doing great. One more here. Okay, into our last set of dead bugs. Then we'll stretch. Robert, your father's brother, we're all done. Legs bent at 90, arms straight up. Opposite arm, opposite leg out. On the other side, that's 1. Try keeping that core engaged, back flat on the ground. Continue breathing just as normal here. Halfway there. Finish strong. Do it. Have 2 more each side. And we are done. Going that good morning stretch. So my arms are just in a Y, I'm just laying flat on the ground. Taking a few deep breaths in. Feeling good that the workout is done. I just need to do my cool down now. Just need to stretch. Got my workout in for the day. Feeling good. We're going to cross our left leg over our right. And then left hand through the hole, right hand on the outside, pull the knee towards the chest. If you have the band, you can loop the band through instead of your hands and pull your leg towards your chest that way. we'll switch sides. Go into our child's pose, so slowly getting up onto the knees, push the hips back into the heels, arms go forward. We'll go into our cat-to-cow pose, so hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Arch the spine, tuck the chin. And then flat back, chin forward. I do a lot of these stretches and most of my cool downs in my warm-up because they're the ones that people need the most to cool down and warm up. Like, these are stretches that most people should be doing every day. If you'd like something different in that regard, like if you do these every day as is, if you'd like to change, just let me know. And I can for sure change it up. But these are definitely the most common and most needed. All right, and we'll just go one more stretch here. We'll just go with our door frame stretch because I think we're just running out of time here. Yeah. We'll go door frame stretch. So palm is up, arm is extended, just below shoulder height. I twist through my top, creating a stretch in my upper chest and shoulders. Flip side. A little harder to see for me, but the principle still applies. The arm is straight, palm is up, just get a little bit more of a stretch in my bicep. All right, and that will do it for our Tuesday morning beginner workout. I hope you enjoyed that. As always, if you ever have questions, comments, or concerns, just please let me know, and I'll be happy to get back to you there. Until next time, have a wonderful day.